Drodzy Państwo, rozpoczynamy walki. Let's start. Ring A.
Well, hello, and
Red corner, representing
testing. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Red corner,
5.
representing
Okay, we need
Nicaragua.
to be live.
GUERRERO Guarda Nelson.
1, 2. Hello, hello, hello.
Blue corner, representing Romania. MANEA Marco Antonio.
One.
Judge assignment. Judge 1, Kyrgyzstan. Judge 2, Taipei. Judge 3, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Judge 4, Croatia. Judge 5, Italy. Referee, Bin Amzah Mazlan, Macedonia.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Malaysia. So we are here, second day of bouts, and before we have bout 23.
Da inel primor de primor, dar n-au. Da inel de la început.
So we're underway then. First round action in the men's 52 kilogram flyweight division. And this, our opening contest, the 23rd bout of the tournament, features men from Nicaragua and Romania. The boxer wearing blue is the Romania representative, and the man who has just landed with a sharp, straight right hand is Nicaragua's Nelson Guerrero.
Blue, no holding. Blue, hand up.
That's on his back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
El banco.
Descalzo, Mike.
Peleando bien, ¿sabes? Pero, ¿sabes una cosa?
Păi, ne poate passing, putem pula mea, pentru că poate passing, băi, ești așa de frică. Nu te frică asta pe tine, mă. Dai în pula mea, dau când trebuie. Ia de aici. Băi, nebună, uite-te la mine. Băi, te pot să fiu lucru, băi. N-ai cu cine, băi, uite-te la mine, dar nu m-am gol. De frică, de frică, de emoții. Ce ai emoții? Se stai pe emoții cu el. Dă, bă, nu te gândi la asta, dă, bă, o faci, odată la asta, uite-te unde dai, bă.
So the scores then, after the opening round of this 52 kilogram flyweight contest between men from Nicaragua and Romania, a 10-9 clean sweep in favor of the Nicaraguan boxer Nelson Guerrero.
Round 2.
So into the second round then, with live scores being available, the boxer wearing blue, MANEA, will be aware that he has conceded the opening round for all 5 of these scoring judges using the 10-point must system. He's targeting the body with that left hand. So he tries to make up ground going in pursuit of his man. The right hand was off the mark. He landed with a good left hook, but was countered by a right hand immediately by Guerrero, who kept his composure when he was being put under pressure by the boxer MANEA, who is trailing after the first round. Nice snaking left hand from a relaxed, low-held guard from Guerrero. Attempted one too long from the man in blue. Nice punch picking once again from Guerrero, who has found his range and is using that left hand to good effect, just piling up the points with that left jab. Right hand just off the mark. In that untidy tangle, there was a notable little left uppercut which went in from Guerrero. We approach the midpoint of this second round. Beautiful left hand once again. The right hand was a rather cuffing shot, landed with the inside of the glove, which was partially blocked. But he's using the space of the ring well, is Guerrero. MANEA came out with real aggression to begin this second round. Oh, but he's walked onto a good right hand there from the man in red, who again is pot-shotting his way, piling up points here, but good work to the body. And mention the fact that Guerrero is using the ring well. MANEA perhaps looking to slow that movement down by targeting shots into the torso of the man in red. There you see him drop down to the body again after he was picked off upstairs. Comes back with a good right hand around the corner. Nice layback and counter left jab landed by Guerrero. Oh, now that's a little bit out of order from MANEA, and the referee on that infringement immediately. Hitting on the break from the man in blue. Nice work to the body with the right hand, followed by a left hand upstairs in the form of a hook from MANEA. But Guerrero keeping his composure in front of this man who is trying to increase his aggression. Trying to employ that layback and counter right hand once again, Guerrero. The layback was effective. The right hand attempted just short of the mark. Beautiful punch picking. It was a 1-2-3, left, right, left. Slight embellishment on the most basic combination in the sport. The left jab, right cross if you're an orthodox boxer. And he followed it up with another left for good measure. Again, look at the feet. He takes a good right hand, Guerrero, but he comes back with two beautiful straight shots. Good round of boxing. MANEA, give him credit, trying to overturn the deficit that he faced after the opening round. He may well have taken a share of it. Indeed, he has for two of the judges. So it is all square for the judges from Croatia and Italy, judges 4 and 5, if you will. It is a 2-point lead. Both of the completed rounds scored in favor of Guerrero after another impressive 3 minutes. But the fact that, and perhaps rightly so, MANEA did take the second round for two of the judges, rewarding his increased urgency, and he landed with some heavy punches as well. Targeted the body effectively, but still the round being shaded by Guerrero. And given that he swept the opening round, as we see that terrific 1-2 that he used to stop the man in blue in his tracks, well, the man
Round 3.
in blue, Marco MANEA from Romania, needs a huge third and final round. Now remember, with the 10-point must system that is being used here, as it is in all AIBA competitions, don't necessarily have to put the man on the floor for it to be a 10-8 round. 10-9, the interpretation is when it's a close round, as MANEA lands a good right hand but was countered by a right uppercut. 10-8 for a round where there's a clear winner, 10-7 when it is total dominance. So MANEA needs one of the latter two interpretations we just explained, but he's just, again, picked off by two feather-light left jabs from the man in red. Guerrero using the space of the rope square magnificently. Laying on the ropes, turning square momentarily, but got himself off the ropes and instead pinned his opponent there. Minute gone in the third and final round. Beautiful left-right once again. Rapid-fire punches. He did take a left hand in return from MANEA, but it was an exchange, and the man in red most certainly got the better of the exchange. Glancing left hook catches Guerrero as he's on the retreat. He lands an arcing right hand on the inside. Good work to the body. The right hand partially blocked from MANEA, but the shot downstairs was effective indeed. Right into the belly button of the man in red. He's trying to increase the gap once again and work behind a long left hand. Good right hand landed by MANEA there as he goes in pursuit of the dominance that he needs with more than half of the round gone. Picked off again as he advances, and his task is becoming more difficult because he's aware of the context of the contest, as will his coaches be as well. The transparent live scoring that AIBA tournaments utilize. So he knows that he needs a big round, and in order to do that, he's got to close the gap against this fleet-footed boxer. And that just increases the risk of him being picked off by punches when it's at this type of tempo. Does he have the wherewithal to increase the tempo and come in waves, come in 2s and 3s? So if he's picked off by the first, he can keep coming, because right now he's having to stop and start again. And each time he's having to reset himself and overcome inertia while the clock continues to tick. And right now the clock is the friend of Guerrero because of the advantage he has built up over the completed 2 rounds. And it's very much the foe of MANEA, not just fighting the man in red, also fighting against the clock as well. Going after him once again. Good double left hook, body then head. The left hand to the body may have strained around the rear to become a kidney punch. Beautiful pecking right hand once again. Boxing composedly while under fire, and again, body language so instructive from athletes. And there is complete relaxation and confidence being exuded from Guerrero. He and his corner know that they have done enough to progress through to the round of 16 in the men's 52-kilogram flyweight tournament. This man, well, he competed admirably, conceded the opening round across the board, came out and really turned up the tempo in the second round to take it for 2 of the 5 scoring judges. He came out with the same intensity in the third, but was met by measured punch picking from the man in red. Both boxers have made their way to center ring, so we'll just pause to await the verdict, which I suspect will see the man in red go through the round of 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision, is the boxer from the red corner.
So Nelson Guerrero
Nicaragua.
from Nicaragua goes through, but look how close it was. Just 1 point in it for all of the judges, which meant that MANEA did indeed come on strong and take the final round for all 5 of the judges to tie things up. Excuse me, to get back to within 1 point. Excuse me, I say for all 5, it was for 3 of the 5.
24 in ring A.
And that's how close it was, a competitive contest. But it's Guerrero, the man from Nicaragua, who goes through.
Boxer from Ukraine, TSYKALO Ruslan.
We take a look at some of the action that occurred over the course of the 3 3-minute rounds in the opening bout of day 2
his
here in
opponent
Kielce.
in the blue corner, representing Italy, FAIS Lorenzo.
Well, the man who will take up residence in the red corner has already made his way to the boxing ring. Here is his opponent, Lorenzo FAIS.
Judge 1, Scotland. Judge 2, Argentina.
From Italy.
Judge 3, Czech Republic.
19
Judge 4,
years of age.
Kazakhstan. Judge 5, India.
His opponent from
Referee,
Ukraine, 17 years of age.
Vasiliev
5 judges scoring this one are from
Kyrgyzstan.
Scotland, Argentina, Czech Republic, Kazakhstan, and India. Remember, 5 judges seated all around the boxing ring, and they are using the 10-point must system to officiate this bout, which means that one boxer must score 10. There can be no tied individual rounds. As we take a closer look at Ruslan TSYKALO, 17 years of age, part of a 19-strong Ukrainian boxing team. Here is Lorenzo FAIS. He's 19 years of age, and he's one of a 7-man, 8-woman team, a 15-strong contingent from the Azuri nation. So the referee from Kyrgyzstan, just ensuring that the equipment is correct and as it should be. Oh, too much moisture and petroleum jelly on the face of FAIS. That to help the punches slip and slide rather than have an adhesive quality to grip and potentially tear the skin. Final instructions issued, a sporting touch of gloves, and we're ready for the start of action.
Rounds 1.
So the second bout of day 2 here in Kielce 2021. We remain in the 52-kilogram flyweight division. 28 boxers comprise this weight class. Tall southpaw wearing red is Ruslan TSYKALO, 17 years of age, part of a maximum strength 10-strong men's boxing team. His women's side one shy of competing in every weight class. More compact figure, wearing blue, trying to close the distance by inching forwards, but he's been put on the end of straight punches by TSYKALO, is Lorenzo FAIS. FAIS almost exclusively boxing on the back foot, but he's measuring his man very well indeed and using his longer arms to good effect to keep the man at blue at bay. That's where FAIS wants to be, and he did get into good effect and land an arcing right hand around the corner. Beautiful left cross again, backs up the man in blue. And a reverse 1-2 that time. The left hand was off the mark, but the final right jab, just as it was there, right on target. So both of these men getting down to business immediately. No feeling out process whatsoever between these teenagers here on the global stage. But invariably, through this first half of the round, it's TSYKALO who's producing first and third boxing. He's starting the exchanges and invariably having the final word as well. FAIS is having his successes, but there's an example of it once again. For the one cluster he landed, TSYKALO landed 2 clusters, which through this first half of the round probably puts him ahead, at least from my vantage point here ringside. Well, TSYKALO demonstrating he's a very composed operator indeed. Cool on the ropes, sidestepping left and right. Good work to the body from FAIS. And again, that is one way to slow down a boxer who uses good leg movement to skit around the boxing ring. Good punch picking once again, even though his back is to the ropes. Nice spin out to center ring from TSYKALO. Just short of the range with his attempted straight punches. There was an exchange of backhands there as the two boxers came together. Look at FAIS concentrating on the torso of the man in red. Jolting left hand, drives him backwards, and then as he marched across the ring, TSYKALO picked off the man in blue with another cracking southpaw left. Really putting his man onto the end of punches now. And even though there was a right hand success from FAIS, the greater volume of scoring punches is coming from the man in red. Really stepping on the gas now, because for the perhaps first 2.5 minutes of this opening round, he was almost exclusively on the back foot. Now he would hold his feet to make a point of standing his ground, but then for the final 20 seconds or so, he really got onto the front foot and looked to back up FAIS. Good round of boxing, and look at that, so much so that one official scoring it as a clear round, 10-8 for the judge from Scotland in favor of TSYKALO, 10-9 for all of the other scoring judges. So some of the action from that opening round and the punch picking from TSYKALO was exquisite indeed. FAIS did have his successes. More often than not, the exchanges were being initiated and concluded by the man in the opposite corner. So what adjustments can the Italian
Round 2.
team make to try and get their man back into the mix? He considered the opening round 10-8 for one of the scoring judges, 10-9 for the other four. TSYKALO trying to land with that, FAIS trying to land with that counter right hand, but was just short of the mark. Again, FAIS trying to work his way in, but he's being occupied by straight punches from TSYKALO, who's demonstrating real good ring craft here. Able to box on both the back foot and the front foot, and he is setting the terms of this contest. Now, he's the more compact figure is FAIS. Does he have it within his wherewithal as he lands a good right hand upstairs and then targets the body to try and quicken things up? There's a good right hand over the top from the man in blue. Scored with the left hand around the corner. TSYKALO proffering a low-held guard now. Very relaxed now. Bit of a naughty tactic that. Holding out the right hand as a measuring stick. I suppose he would say that he was twitching with it and using it as a jab, but not allowed to hold it out like a lance and keep your man on the end of it without trying to throw a punch. So again, TSYKALO content to edge towards the corner, and then look how he spins off to the right, spinning off the line to land with his own pecking right cross, and he's back on that shot again and following it up with backhands, straight southpaw lefts, just continuing to pile up points as we approach, well, through the opening first half of this second round. FAIS has got to try something different here. But again, these still, even though we're on the global stage and they're representing their country, these boxers still learning. Beautiful looping left hand landed by TSYKALO. But FAIS has got to try and implement some alternative type of strategy here. But there's a good right hand which jolts the head back of TSYKALO from FAIS. But he needs more of it because he's being outworked, outpunched and outscored with 2 minutes gone in the round. Having a really difficult time trying to pin TSYKALO down, and at this type of distance and at this type of tempo, this isn't going to produce the turnaround that he requires with 1 2/3 rounds gone. And again, it's TSYKALO who goes through the gears with that volley of straight punches. Again, one of the great things about tournament boxing is that you're going to be presented with so many styles, That is why AIBA tournaments of both the international, multi-nation, continental, and indeed global tournaments are such valuable learning grounds. And at this nascent stage of their careers, as TSYKALO digs in and wings a left hand around the corner, all of this in-ring education, absolutely invaluable. But make no mistake, it's a competition as well. Both boxers keen to progress through to the next round. But it's the man in red who is in complete control. 2 rounds, 10-8 for the Scottish judge Ravi Rai, 10-9 for all of the other 4 judges. So with just 1 round to go, the man in blue, he has got to let it all hang out, because again, this isn't round-robin boxing, it is tournament boxing. Loser goes home, or at least will take no further part in the tournament. Terrific work once again in spurts from TSYKALO. When he elected to put his punches together, they came in quick-fire fashion. And he was so busy trying to evade and fend those off, FAIS wasn't able to get his own offense away.
Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round then, and the man in blue needs the 3 minutes of a lifetime here, but again, run onto that southpaw jab by TSYKALO, who is demonstrating wonderful ring craft in this opening contest in the men's 52 kilogram flyweight division. Up on his toes now, switch hitting. Momentarily orthodox. Again, just tempting and teasing with that right hand, sidestepping left and right. Beautiful work to pivot out of the corner and get back to the space of center ring. And he's really showcasing his skills here now, is TSYKALO. And FAIS is increasingly finding this an impossible mission. Picked off once again, swinging and missing. And we talk about reach advantage. Well, TSYKALO is using his physical attributes of longer arms, greater height, and just keeping the man in blue at bay. Beautiful single left hand once again. FAIS continuing to chug forwards, but he can't get into his own punching range. So again, can he go through the gears? Can he quicken the tempo? He scores with a good right hand to the body, targeting the torso of the man in red once again. But TSYKALO, unperturbed, gets back to the space of ring center. So TSYKALO keeping himself out of harm's way, not taking any risks, and beginning to turn on the style now. And that's not to disrespect his opponent, the man in blue, just to show him that, listen, I'm the governor here, and I'm letting you know that. Maybe you know it somewhere inside as well, showing that he can do pretty much as he likes. Beautiful 1-2 once again, up on his toes, pop, pop, left-right combination, and then back on his back foot once more. So he's demonstrated different facets of his game here as TSYKALO. Looks as though he's predominantly a back foot boxer, but on occasion he has held his ground to satisfy the judges, and he's even got on the front foot on occasions as well. On whatever facet he has chose to box in, he has proved to have the measure of Lorenzo FAIS. Reigning in that Italian national champion at 52 kilograms. Found this a difficult task indeed. Running out of time, inside half a minute to go in the 3rd and final round. And again, that's just a contest in microcosm, because more often than not, it's the scoring shots that are just disrupting the flow that FAIS is attempting to establish. There's the 10-second clapper, and he just continues to showcase his shot selection once again, does TSYKALO. 2 men exchanging just before the final bell. But a terrific exhibition of boxing. We'll surely see him go through to the round of 16. Very good display indeed. He swept the opening 2 rounds for all 5 of the scoring judges. And the 3rd round, despite the best efforts of FAIS, was very much a case of more of the same. But FAIS deserves credit for continuing to compete. Didn't come here to make up the numbers. But he met a man who just knows more than he does and was able to exhibit it here on this stage in Kielce 2021. Let's get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, TSYKALO Ruslan, Ukraine.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory from Ruslan TSYKALO. Big margins of victory for 3 of the 5 scoring judges. The judges from the Czech Republic and Kazakhstan scoring it 10-9 in his favor in all 3 of the rounds.
Number 25
but look,
in ring A.
10-8 abounding across the course of the tournament. A brilliant display by Ruslan TSYKALO, and he goes through to the round of 16.
KENITRI Yassine. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Moldavia, TARANU Mihail. Judge 1, Ukraine. Judge 2, United States. Judge 3, Singapore. Judge 4, Croatia. Judge 5, Marcia. And referee Jia Lin, Taipei.
So the boxers just outside the ring ahead of this 3rd contest of the day. Judging this one are observers from Ukraine, United States of America, Singapore, Croatia, and Malaysia. So this contest will be fought between men from Morocco and Moldova. There's the 17-year-old from Morocco, Yassine Kentiri, and his opponent, just suiting up in the blue corner, is Mihail TARANU. Both of these men, 17 years of age. The referee from Chinese Taipei. So the equipment as it should be, mouthpiece inserted, TARANU's ready to go. Now joined in that regard by his opponent from the North African nation.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Boxers from Morocco and Moldova contesting this one. The man wearing red is Yassine KENITRI, 17 years of age. And his opponent, the man wearing blue, currently trying to pin his man to the ropes, is also 17. That is Mihail TARANU. TARANU comes in here quite a reputation, having enjoyed success on the continental stage, 2-time European bronze medalist in the junior tournament over the past few years. Here he is competing in his first global event. Landed a good right hand. KENITRI looking for the same shot. Nice left jab landed by TARANU. Arcing right hand was short of the mark. It's now TARANU is looking to back up his man. Nice counter right hand when he was being put under pressure by KENITRI. Well, the referee allowing the boxers to work away and neither man taking the opportunity to do so. Now, if you look at the stature of these two boxers, not much in it in terms of height, but KENITRI perhaps would be the one looking to make hay when they're in there at close range. See the embellishment with his punches from TARANU, sometimes throwing them out to the side, trying to distract the man in red. before coming back or turning them into punches that are aiming for the target, and he landed a good left hand during that exchange. Did TARANU. Onto the front foot now. Nice two-shot combination. Jolts the head back of KENITRI. KENITRI trying a left-right combination but was off the mark. Good left jab to the chest. Landed by TARANU. Oh, beautiful left hand. Just exacerbating the difficulty that KENITRI appears to be having with his head guard. And that's why we've got the call of time. Because 52 kilogram flyweight boxers, of course, but the head guard appears though it belongs to a super heavyweight. Swiveling around on his head, and then that snaking left hand underneath just made matters worse, jolting it upwards, almost removing the chin strap. But again, all of these things, making sure equipment is as it should be, part of the responsibility of the boxers and their associated teams. So you've got to get this right. When you're in there with a continental medalist, last thing you want to be worried about, as well as taking him on, is fighting your own equipment as well. Oh, nice left hand on the resumption, but look at that in the response from TARANU. On the resumption, KENITRI landed a cracking left hook. And he's really trying to quicken the tempo now. It's another exchange of backhands. Quick punches being landed by both boxers. KENITRI getting onto the front foot, trying to be the aggressor, but remaining composed in the face of this increased aggression is TARANU. Action heating up since the restart after that intervention by the referee to fix the head guard. Nice punches underneath landed by TARANU. KENITRI continuing to try and close the distance. Action-packed opening round between these two boxers. Well, some effective punch picking from both men. TARANU perhaps enjoying the greater volume of success, but make no mistake, KENITRI right in this one as well. And there's confirmation of a split. One judge favoring the work of the man from Morocco, the other four favoring TARANU. 10-9. Four of the judges in favor of this boxer.
Round 2.
So the seconds taking every permissible second of the 60 to tend to their respective boxers. That's why I've had a little bit of delay on the start of for the start of the second round, but my goodness, once the command of time was issued, oh, the action starting in earnest. Nice right hand over the top, landed by KENITRI, but look at the two-shot combination success landed by the man in blue. It is TARANU on the front foot here. Beautiful left hook causes KENITRI to completely lose his balance and spin like a top up on the space of the boxing ring. Terrific timing, because KENITRI was loading up, looking for his own backhand, and before he could pull the trigger, he was tagged by a left hook, and then his arcing hooks from both flanks being fired in by TARANU. Terrific punch picking as he jolts his man with a right cross once again. KENITRI going through a bad portion of the round here in the second stanza, because the success has been notable from the man in blue. He's on the front foot and just landing the more eye-catching shots in a greater volume. Well, I'm sure that TARANU didn't want this intervention to come at this particular juncture, because he was enjoying a terrific portion of the round. But again, all of these things are part of the boxer's responsibility along with their coaches. Now, I'm sure before the gloves were put on, TARANU tied his own bootlaces. They just came undone at an inopportune time, because the momentum in that first portion of the second round, from my vantage point here ringside, appeared to be in his favor. And it's momentum that he created with some terrific punch picking. So measuring his man with the jab, KENITRI short of the mark. And TARANU just being reminded to keep his head up. Left jab wasn't too far away from KENITRI. The looping right hand over the top landed, but it may well have been a slap. Right hand over the top, not too far away from the man in red. The attempted left hook from TARANU was long. And again, he's continuing to struggle with that headgear, is KENITRI. He winds up for a big right hand and is met by a straight left hand straight down the pipe while he was arcing the shot over the top, looking for success. He moves in explosive bursts as the Moroccan national champion lands a good left hook there, but he's put onto the end of a left hand before the boxers fall into a clinch. And again, why is KENITRI or indeed TARANU, why is neither man looking to work away here? Waiting for the instruction of the referee to break. But again, that's what he should be doing, letting his hands go and looking to try and put it onto his man. Nudging hooks landed on the inside by TARANU. The right hand strayed around the rear from the man in blue. Infighting, an art in itself, of course. But I just think that in a contest that's as competitive as this, and where KENITRI is probably being edged, he should be taking every opportunity to let his hands go in a bid to get back into the contest. Remember, he conceded the opening round 4-1. And it's a clean sweep on this occasion. The judge who scored for KENITRI in the opening round has scored the second round 10-8 in favor of TARANU. So it is going to be 20-18 across the board in favor of the man in blue. And that is why I'm suggesting that KENITRI, when it gets into close range and the two men are leaning on the chest of one another, the man in red has surely got to try and free his hands if he's going to find himself in that posture and get to work trying to pile up some points. Because he's 2 points down with 1 round to go.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
Well, I suggested that the red corner took every second of the 60 to 10 to KENITRI between rounds 1 and 2. He really took liberties coming into the third round because the bell sounded and KENITRI was getting himself another slug of water. Third round underway, and perhaps he not only needs urgency, perhaps a little bit of desperation going to creep into the work of the man in red now, because he's 20-18 down, 2 points down for all of the judges, despite taking the opening round for the 5th judge from Malaysia. Put onto the end of a straight right cross there, and he's walked into a beautiful corkscrew left on that occasion as he tried to edge forwards. And I'm suggesting he should let his hands go. Well, perhaps fatigue playing an increasing factor here in the third round, because he's walked onto a beautiful right hand, which was followed by a nice move with the feet from TARANU, who's enjoying his work here now and increasing his dominance as we move through this third and final frame. Gotta credit KENITRI, he's continuing to compete. Odds have been against him in terms of his fighting against his head guard as well. Nice left jab to the body from TARANU before he landed with a shot upstairs, and then he's landed 2 cuffing hooks, which are really inconveniencing the man in red. Right hand underneath, and KENITRI cutting a fatigued figure up there in the boxing ring as we approach the midpoint of the third and final round. It's notable that it appears to be KENITRI as he comes forward with 2 straight right hands there. They were off the mark, but he was so committed to the attack that the spin move of TARANU left him looking over our commentary position here ringside. Beautiful right-left combination. Breathing through an increasingly open mouth is the man in red. He appears to be really feeling the pace with 2 minutes gone in this third and final round. In stark contrast, TARANU still in control. And when you are in control, then you're more relaxed and the amount of energy exerted is often less. So everything in TARANU's favor, but make no mistake, this is a set of circumstances of his own making because he's been the man controlling things up there in the boxing ring. Again, swing and a miss from KENITRI. Looping right hand over the top was countered by a straight left, well, a straight armed left around the corner from the man in blue. And KENITRI just must be saving himself, getting some oxygen into his lungs ahead of a grandstand finish. Lands with a good left-right combination there. But now the heavier shots being landed during the course of the exchanges by TARANU. KENITRI keen to hold on once again as the 10-second clapper sounds here in ring A. Becoming increasingly untidy now is the work of the man in red, coming in with a desperate left hook, couldn't find a range. And at the end of 3 3-minute rounds, well, that walk back to his corner on rather weary legs just gives you an indication as to how much KENITRI put into that contest. I don't think it's going to be enough to overturn the deficit that he faced going into the third and final round, because TARANU was boxing in controlled fashion once again throughout that final 3 minutes. And I suspect it will be the man in blue who goes through to the round of 16, and he'll be facing off against Ukraine's Ruslan TSYKALO. And what a contest that will be between two composed, confident boxers who are content to box from behind low-held hands. Well, KENITRI's been late to the ring for rounds 2 and 3, and he's late to center ring to get the verdict. I'm sure it's imminent here at ring A.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner.
So there's confirmation. Mihail TARANU,
Mihail,
a unanimous
Moldavia.
points decision winner over Yassine KENITRI, the Moroccan national champion in the junior ranks, eliminated in the first preliminary round after a very composed display. And as the contest went on, TARANU's dominance increased. All 5 scoring judges scoring in favor of the man in blue. And what a contest we have in
store. Red
corner.
Please welcome boxer from
Tomorrow afternoon,
Kazakhstan,
when
MURATULY
that is
Kenzhe.
TARANU and TSYKALO, will face off in the round of 16. Can't wait for that one.
And his opponent in the blue corner representing Scotland's Mulligan, Lennon.
So here's
Judges,
confirmation of the
Judge
next
1,
bout
India.
as we remain
Judge 2,
in the
Italy.
men's
Judge 3,
52-kilogram flyweight division.
Hungary. Judge 4, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Judge 5, Malaysia. Referee, Villarino Manuel, Argentina.
So the man in the red corner is Kazakhstan's Kenzie MURATULY. His opponent, Lennon Mulligan from Scotland, will be wearing blue. Mike Keane fixing the head guard over in that blue corner. Manuel Villarino from Argentina is the referee. The judges for this contest are from India, Italy, Hungary, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Malaysia. All 5 observers will be using the 10-point must system.
Controlled aggression. Okay? Fast feet. Cut the area. Keep away space. Okay? Control. Nice one. Come on. Do your best.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 52-kilogram flyweight action on the second day of Kielce 2021. This one between men from Kazakhstan and Scotland. The man in red, who's just been targeted effectively to the body, the man in red is Kenzhe MURATULY, 17 years of age, from Kazakhstan. His opponent wearing blue, who's targeting the body terrifically to begin this contest in the opening 30 seconds or so, is Lennon Mulligan. Lennon Mulligan, 18 years of age. He part of a 2-man boxing team. He and Colin Carney up at 64 kilograms. The entire contingent of the Scottish squad. Stark contrast MURATULY, part of a full complement of Kazakh boxers and athletes in each and every weight class across all 20 divisions for men and women. 10 divisions for women, 10 divisions for men. Kazakhstan have got a boxer in each of them. Nice right hand landed by Mulligan, and then a beautiful left-right combination catching the Kazakh national champion. His title success coming a weight division down at 49 kilograms, but he lands a long southpaw left there and another one backing up Mulligan, but then a nice left-right combination landed by the more compact figure wearing blue. Right hand success once again from Mulligan, boxing effectively off the back foot. MURATULY trying to come forward. Nice left hand landed from the man in red, but not until after he took a good shot to the body from Mulligan. Nice right hand landed from Mulligan once again, and even though he's the shorter boxer and appears to have the shorter reach, he's timing his man effectively, catching him as he's coming in, but looking for that southpaw left once again. That time there was two flicking right jabs landed by MURATULY. Closing 30 seconds or so of this opening round as MURATULY looking to establish that backhand, landed effectively with it there, but Mulligan keeping his composure. Good left hand to the body landed by the southpaw in red. And remember, it was Mulligan who started to the body to terrific effect. MURATULY just trying to change the angle in front of his man, skipping with the feet, which is so characteristic of boxers from the Central Asian nation of Kazakhstan. 10-second clapper elicits a burst of activity from both men. Very good opening round of boxing. Terrific start. And look at that. Well, a 4-1 split. Only the observer from Bosnia-Herzegovina favoring the work of Mulligan. The other 4 judges favoring the southpaw skills of the man in red. But Mulligan's work to the body was really impressive at the start of the round. But then MURATULY began to bring his southpaw left into play.
Second house, please. Round 2.
Into the second round then. Lennon Mulligan, who has competed in the national championships and 3 nations championships for boxers from England, Scotland and Wales. Scotland, the only one of those nations here. Nice work with the right hand from Mulligan, and he's using that shot effectively. And again, the textbooks say that the right hand is an effective antidote against the southpaw. Mulligan using that shot well, but he's just been put on the end of 2 point-scoring left hands, and Mulligan landing a single shot, but a right-left combination came snaked out from the southpaw stance from MURATULY. So trying to spin off the line is Lennon Mulligan, looking to go down to the body once again before coming back upstairs with straight punches. Incessantly on the front foot in this second round is MURATULY, but Mulligan keeping his composure, trying to pick his shots on the advancing boxer. Hard left hand whipped into the belt line. Nice left-right combination landed by Mulligan. So fencing with the lead hand between the 2 boxers. Whipping right hand targeted underneath by Mulligan. May have been just a little bit short. MURATULY continuing to inch his way forwards, but Mulligan using the space of the ring effectively and looking to counter his man as he did wonderfully with that backhand. Right cross straight down the pipe, jolting the head back of the man in red. Left-right combination is effective. And it's almost as though MURATULY doesn't have much regard for what's coming back in his direction. Because he's really not offering much head movement. That was an arcing left hand which disrupted the boxing stance of Mulligan from MURATULY. Straight right hand to the body is an effective shot. Brings that same backhand upstairs. Right hand may have strayed low from the southpaw as he went to target the body of the Scottish boxer. Shaking out his hands now as he goes walking down his opponent once again. MURATULY. But pecking, poking punches. And then good work to the body with the right and the left from Mulligan. Nice right jab landed on the advance from MURATULY. Mulligan just taking the time to adjust his head guard. He tries a backhand but was met by a southpaw right jab. Action just above our commentary position here at the Halle Legianov. Good work to the body while coming off the ropes from Mulligan. So, a 4-1 split, remember, in the first round in favor of the man from Kazakhstan. And it's a 4-1 split once again. Different judges, so it's all square for judges A and D. For the other three observers, it is a 20-18 lead in favor of the man in red. You can just see those scores in the background. 19 points apiece for Judge A, 19 points apiece for Judge D. It's 20-18 for the other three judges. So the man in blue, he comes out with aggressive intent because he knows he's down on the scorecards with just 3 minutes left in this opening 52-kilogram preliminary flyweight contest. And credit to him, because again, scores available immediately here, given AIBA live scoring. They're in the arena, the coaches will be aware, Mulligan will be aware, and he's really trying to overturn the deficit that he faces for 3 of the 5 judges here ringside. But he's taken each of rounds 1 and 2 for at least one judge has Mulligan, so he's very much in the contest. But he's trailing by a considerable margin for 3 of the 5, so he really needs to turn it around. Scottish national champion and British champion, effectively, or 3 nations champion, proving himself the best among boxers from England, Wales and Scotland, his home nation. Oh, beautiful left hand landed behind a right jab from MURATULY. Mulligan comes back with a backhand, but not before he took another single shot success. And there's the southpaw left once again, catching Mulligan. Mulligan comes back with shots to head and body, but the left hand becoming an increasingly accurate weapon now for MURATULY. Nice right hand landed from Mulligan. Mulligan continuing to look for his offense. Hard left hand dug in from MURATULY. Mulligan lands with a left hand to the body of his own. So both of these men have demonstrated good variety in their repertoires. Good work to the body once again. Remember when the computer was used way back when in AIBA boxing, there was often a feeling that body punches may not score as readily as those to the head, where you can see the impact of a headshot landing and a head swiveling or jolting backwards. But both of these men have demonstrated the art of body punching to good effect throughout this contest. Good work with the backhand from Mulligan. 2-shot salvo to the head, followed by a left hook to the body from Mulligan. But he takes a hard spearing left to the body and then one to the head, right down the pipe. Good measured punches landing from MURATULY. Mulligan success with a right hand upstairs before dropping down with effective shots to the body. The two boxers exchanging backhands. Closing seconds of this third and final round. And given how the contest was through two completed rounds, as the activity increases on the sound of the 10-second clapper, one suspects it's going to be MURATULY who goes through to the second preliminary round. But Lennon Mulligan, competitive every second of the way, enjoying plenty of success of his own. Both men showing a wide range of punch selection in their offensive output, scoring effectively to body, to head. But the southpaw left was a really good shot in the weaponry of the Kazakh boxer Kenzhe MURATULY. But Mulligan went down to the body well, as he demonstrated there during that combination, able to come back up and score to the head. But let's get the verdict at the conclusion of that bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from red corner, MURATULY Kenzhe, Kazakhstan.
And there's confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Kenzhe MURATULY. Each and every judge scoring in his favor, 29-28 for two of the judges. That gives you an idea as to how close it was.
Weight category 52 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome
Ultimately,
boxer
it is the man from Kazakhstan who
Iran,
goes through.
RIGI
Lennon Mulligan acquitting himself
Mostafa.
well here on the global stage in Kielce. Well, as ever, plenty of activity backstage here at the Hala Legianov.
His opponent in blue corner.
We are indeed
representing
in ring A, but boxers
Uzbekistan, MUZAFAROV,
shaking
Shakhzod.
out, loosening up, getting warm ahead of entering the arena in their bid to progress towards the medal stages. We remain in the 52-kilogram flyweight division.
Judge
There
one,
is the Uzbek representative in this bout.
Judge two,
That will be contested
Scotland.
between men
Judge
from
three,
Iran
Czech Republic. Judge 4, Argentina.
and
Judge
Uzbekistan.
5, Kazakhstan. Referee, Poletantina, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Kozlar bu. İzare diyor bana.
So we've got judges from Kyrgyzstan, Scotland, the Czech Republic, Argentina, and Kazakhstan who will preside over this one.
Kolları moğay ke davar ver tasarlandı.
There is Shakhzod Muzafarov. Referee Tina Politan from Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Startu bıçakın. Maşallah kızım kardeş.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. Bout number 27. Fifth bout of the day here in ring A. It's a 52-kilogram flyweight contest between boxers from Iran and Uzbekistan. The southpaw wearing red is the Iranian boxer Mostafa RIGI. The bustling, compact figure wearing blue is the Uzbek representative Shakhzod Muzafarov. RIGI, 19 years of age, part of a 7-man Iranian boxing team. No women competing for Iran here in Kielce 2021. Muzafarov, part of an 18-strong Uzbek squad, full complement of men, along with 8 women making up their legion here. Both of these men have enjoyed national championship success in the youth and junior ranks. And the man in red, experienced on the continental stage as well, but he's taking a cracking right hand there while he was to the neutral corner. Low held guard being offered up by RIGI. A terrific punch picking from the compact figure. Wearing blue. Invariably closing the distance, walking his man down and then edging forwards with quick feet. Close the gap there as he looked to uncoil a corkscrew right hand underneath. Spoken to about the rough house tactics which caused RIGI to take a trip to the floor. So looking to control the distance is the man in blue. Wide-legged stance and edging forwards, inching forwards. RIGI with a good southpaw left. The right hand was of the rather looping variety, but the left hand was right on the button. Muzafarov looking to pin his man against the ropes once again. Nice defense with the gloves to repel that shot from RIGI. Rather slapping punches being landed by the man in red. Just did begin to find his range in the closing stages of that opening round. But the punches that he did land didn't land with the correct knuckle part of the glove. So 4 judges favoring the work of Muzafarov. Judge D from Argentina preferring the work produced by RIGI in red. Well, one of the observers here just talking to the Iranian corner because they had too many seconds up on the ring apron. The 3rd second didn't stay there long, I can tell you, because the eagle-eyed observer swooped around the corner in the manner of Boxy, the tournament mascot, and just said, hey, hey, 1 down. You probably heard her issuing the instructions. No more than 2 seconds permitted up onto the ring apron, and only 1 of them allowed inside the ropes
Round 2
in the boxing ring. And that is where our focus of attention is as we begin this 2nd round between boxers from Uzbekistan and Iran. All Asian affair in terms of the confederations where they compete. No. So he's giving off an air of confidence, is the man in blue. Hands down, hands out wide, just trying to show his opponent that nothing that he can do will make him become concerned. And again, all of these intangibles, just crucial. Good work, first to body, then head from Muzafarov. Plenty of watching and waiting as they're trying to draw that lead that they can counter between these 2 boxers. Good use of the feet to avoid the shots from RIGI. Beautiful Single left hand landed out of the southpaw stance. Crashing right hand comes over the top in response. Good work to the body, and why not indeed? But you see, the man with the infringement there was RIGI, because he was holding the head, providing an extra set of earmuffs almost around the ears of Muzafarov. But while he was doing that, it was terrific activity to the body from the man in blue. And again, they're point-scoring punches, and punches which can also deplete the energy levels of the opponent. So just get the sense that RIGI has got to be busier here and let his hands go more frequently than he has done through this juncture of the bout. Again, not every boxer is going to be a whirlwind front foot operator. Some like to wait on the back foot and try and counter, which is all well and good, but you've got to make sure that a sufficient amount of punches land if you are going to adopt that posture. Right now, RIGI just in danger of being outworked, so he backed up to the neutral corner there, just above our commentary position, had nowhere to go, and reverberation as he catapulted back towards the center ring ran him into a shot from the man in blue. So closing seconds of the second round. And again, beautiful work to the body by Muzafarov. Got a little bit naughty by nudging shots around the head, but that is several occasions now that RIGI has been spoken to about excessive holding. Remember, it was a 4-1 split in favor of the man in blue, and it is a 5-0 clean sweep in favor of the same man, Shakhzod Muzafarov. He's in complete control going into the third and final round. One of the judges scoring it 10-8. The judge from the Czech Republic, Judge C, in favor of the Uzbek operator. And here, the clamp being applied, and look at Muzafarov, not deterred, and just said, okay, you're going to hold me that high and leave your torso open. That's point-scoring territory, and he took full advantage. So again, just as I suggested during commentary, RIGI has got to get busier here than he currently is, because he's trailing in this contest. 2018 for 4 of the judges, 2 points down, 2017 for Judge C. So he's got to find some type of different strategy here. He'll be aware of that. The corner will be aware of that. Can he do something in a bid to turn it around? Good shot selection from the man in red. Leading off first, it resulted in an exchange, but at least he let his hands go, something he didn't do with any regularity during the second round. So men trading misses during that attempted exchange. So both boxers guilty of leaning on, holding on, and not obeying the command of break. RIGI falling short on his forward foray. Right hand to the body wasn't too far away from Muzafarov. So neither man demonstrating too much accuracy during that particular coming together. Plenty of activity with the hands, but nobody really finding the range. Midway through the third and final round, and it is RIGI. Well, the onus is on him to try and do something different. Beautiful left-right combination landed by Muzafarov. Again, watching, waiting is a perhaps natural counter-puncher, but that is a really difficult tactic to use when he's boxing at this tempo, as he takes a nudging left hand again on the forward charge from Muzafarov. He's spoken to about keeping his head up, but trying to overturn a 2-point deficit for 4 of the 5 judges, a 3-point deficit for Judge C from the Czech Republic. It's going to be very difficult to do it at this tempo from RIGI. May land a big shot which just turns things around completely, but he hasn't demonstrated that type of potency so far. Well, you don't want to upset the referee. Muzafarov in a commanding position here. He's just trying to perhaps get inside the head and frustrate RIGI, tapping him on the back of the head like that. But that could invoke the ire of the third official, the ref up in the, or the third person up in the boxing ring. Why take the risk when you're in such a position of advantage? In the way the contest has been boxed and indeed the scoreboard. Well, RIGI not able to rally and find the sustained quality that he needed in that third and final round. And one suspects it is going to be the man in blue who will go through to the second preliminary round in unanimous fashion. And what will we have in store? An all-Central Asian affair between the neighboring nations of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, because awaiting in the second preliminary round, the round of 16, is Kenzhe MURATULY. We need official confirmation, of course, but that is what my instinct tells me from here ringside. Mihail in Kielce. Well, he had his moments, did RIGI, but there simply weren't enough of them. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, MUZAFAROV Shakhzod.
And there is confirmation, a unanimous points decision victory for Shakhzod MUZAFAROV. Wide margins of advantage as well. Just 1 point in it for the judge from Argentina, but no doubt about the winner. Nice to see that nod of respect exchange between the two combatants. It is that man who goes through to the round of 16, taking all five, taking every round for all five of the judges. And he will face off against the man from Kazakhstan in an all-Central Asian encounter in the round of 16. That bout scheduled for tomorrow in the afternoon session between he and Kenzhe MURATULY.
And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Brazil, RIBEIRO Ronald. Judge 1, Malaysia. Judge 2, Singapore. 3, Taipei.
So
4, USA. 5,
the final
Moldova.
flyweight bout of this session features boxers from Japan
Malaysia,
and Brazil.
Czech Republic.
So we've got judges from Malaysia, Singapore, Chinese Taipei, the United States of America, and Moldova scoring this one. Our referee is from the Czech Republic. Both boxers just awaiting the opening bell. Adjustments to the head guard of Ronald RIBEIRO over in the blue corner. Limbering up in anticipation is his opponent, Daiya KIRA.
Listen to me, okay? Shake hands. Good luck.
Round 1.
So the opening round then, between two very accomplished operators indeed. The boxer wearing red is Daiya KIRA. 17 years of age, from Japan, and comes in with a burgeoning reputation. One that he bolstered considerably by coming away with Continental Junior Gold last year at the championships in the United Arab Emirates. His opponent from Brazil is Ronald Ribeiro, 17 years of age. He comes in having experienced podium success. Silver and bronze medals in his national championships. But KIRA, incredibly accomplished, and has found the range, immediately beating his man to the punch. There was an exchange there, but the backhand of KIRA was eye-catching indeed. Oh, beautiful right uppercut turned underneath by KIRA. Ribeiro trying to fight fire with fire, but again, the punch picking of the man in red is sharper and more accurate as he scored with a beautiful check right hand and then followed it up with a reverse 1-2. Ribeiro has got to do something to try and evade these punches in his bid to figure this man out, but he's incredibly sharp. Here's KIRA through the opening half of this first round. Jolting left hand once again. Now presenting a different look to Ribeiro. Ribeiro bobbing and weaving, but despite the head movement, still put on the end of a rapid fire right hand, and there's the same shot once again, followed by a left right. The right hand as though guided by laser beam for KIRA through this first 2 minutes of the first round. Incredibly accurate, digs a left hand into the body. Ribeiro trying to make it rough inside, and you can't blame him, because through the opening 2 minutes of this round, KIRA, oh, that's hitting on the break from Ribeiro. But again, put onto the end of a left jab, and the punches very crisp and clean from KIRA, leaving absolutely no doubt that they have landed, and invariably, more often than not, landed without reply, just as that right hand did, right on cue. Ribeiro into short range, looking to roughhouse his man once again. Trying to go down to the body. There's a nice right uppercut on the inside from Ribeiro. But accommodating him in an exchange is KIRA, and he ended up having the final word with terrific shots turned underneath. Bit of grappling taking place, resulting in an untidy tangle. Exchange of left jabs, and just look at the result. KIRA catching the advancing Ribeiro during that exchange of lead left hands, and it pushed pushed Ribeiro off balance considerably. Well, the judge from Singapore favoring the aggression of Ribeiro during that opening round. All the other four judges scoring in favor of KIRA, which is certainly how I saw that opening 3 minutes, but it's the opinion and indeed the verdict of the 5 scoring judges that is all important. But KIRA incredibly sharp during the course of that first 3-minute stanza. Terrific uppercut and then hook around the corner from KIRA.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. Japan have bought 9 boxes here to Kielce 2021. KIRA one of 6 men, 3 women in their squad as well. As for Brazil, 7 men make up their contingent. Oh, beautiful punch picking once more from KIRA, who has started this second round in aggressive fashion, getting onto the front foot now, looking to back up the man in blue. Finding his back, touching the ropes, Ribeiro wraps his man up and walks him back to the space of ring center before the referee issues the command of break. So Ribeiro sparring with those hands, feinting, not pulling the trigger. Now a more conventional stance being put forth by KIRA, and he's just confident that he's going to beat his opponent to the punch, content to stand like a statue and wait, and then fire off rapid fire shots like that, and it brings about a standing count. Stood in the pocket, waited, and then triggered off a left-right combination, jolting the head back of Ribeiro. Standing count issued because the safety of the boxer, the welfare of the boxer is paramount. And on the resumption, KIRA continuing with his blisteringly quick punch picking, and it's making life very difficult indeed for the man in blue. Oh, terrific right hand once again, 3 times in a row. And when the third one crashed through the guard, the referee has intervened to issue the second standing count of the round. So Ribeiro, with just over a minute to go. Oh, terrific shots once again from both flanks, landed by Kira, and he could well be going for the inside the distance victory here as he crashes home another right hand. A maximum of 4 8-counts permitted per contest. Ribeiro has already taken 2 of them, and he's being put on the end of significant punches once again, and a stoppage could well be imminent. A maximum of 4 counts per contest in youth boxing, and there is the early conclusion of this bout. Kira going through the gears in the second round, putting Ribeiro under sustained pressure. And it was enough for the referee to issue 3 standing 8 counts and call an early conclusion to this contest. The reigning Asian Continental Champion, Daiya Kira from Japan, producing a blistering display of punch picking. Took a look at his opponent in the first round, went through the gears in the second, and the right hand was a profitable punch indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here's the verdict.
The winner of this bout by RSC, second round is KIRA Daiya, red corner, Japan.
So a respectful nod of acknowledgement from Daiya Kira in the direction of his opponent. Ronald Ribeiro, the vanquished, stopped in the second round. RSC, 3 standing counts issued after he took the opening round on a 4-1 split. Kira really grew in confidence after that 3-minute opening stanza and stepped up the tempo in the second round to terrific effect. Shots to both body and head, and there was one portion of this second round where he landed 3 right hands straight down the pipe, reminiscent of what the Olympic bronze medalist from Atlanta '96, Floyd Mayweather, did to Philip Time Bomb Ndu during their professional matchup. Many years ago, just stood his ground and pop, pop, pop. And when the third one landed, the referee intervened to issue a standing count, one of the 3 administered during the course of the second round, which proved to be the final round. Daiya Kira through to the round of 16 with a blistering display, the first stoppage of the tournament here in Ring A.
Bout number 29 in Ring A. 64 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from India, NARWAL Ankit. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from India, NARWAL Ankit.
So that is what's taking place backstage. You can see, even without knowledge of the weight class, that is a thick-set individual, and that's because we've got 91 kilograms heavyweight boxers coming up in this session. But prior to that, we're going to have our lone 64-kilogram light welterweight bout here in Ring A of this session of boxing. So there was discussion among the officials as to whether boxers' bouts are going to start at a prescribed time. And of course, if you're a regular viewer of AIBA tournament boxing, in the event that there is a stoppage, the next bout comes out ready to go. but there has been discussion as to whether the bouts will start at a prescribed time here in Kielce, or whether they just will roll on, as has been the custom in AIBA tournaments over the years. Well, there are the athletes.
And his
One of
opponent
who will
in the blue
contest the
corner,
64 kilogram
representing
light welterweight bout.
Slovakia, HERCEG Miroslav.
There is Ankit NARWAL from India.
Judge 1, Ukraine.
And his opponent
2,
is
Italy.
from Slovakia.
3, Argentina. 4, Kazakhstan. 5, Hungary. Referee, Reese.
So Ankit NARWAL,
USA.
18 years of age, has enjoyed success in the national championships in securing podium finishes over the years, the youth and under 17 level. In the multi-nations tournament, as we see the 5 judges from Ukraine, Italy, Argentina, Kazakhstan, and Hungary. The 5 observers all around the ring here in Kielce, Ring A, at Ring A, who will preside over this one. Here's Miroslav HERCEG from Slovakia, 18 years of age. Sean Reese of the United States of America is the referee.
Round 1.
So we're in the 64 kilogram light welterweight division. This contest being fought between boxers from India and Slovakia. The man wearing red is Ankit NARWAL. Ankit NARWAL scoring effectively with that right hand and then bringing a left underneath. Good work to the body from the man in blue. That is Miroslav HERCEG. HERCEG, part of a 4-man Slovakian boxing team representing here in Kielce. Good movement on the back foot to cause HERCEG to fall short. HERCEG then tries to target the body, just short of the mark. NARWAL, having had a look from behind high-held gloves, electing to come forward now, scoring effectively with the right hand to both body and then head. Right hand to the body was attempted but blocked by the left forearm of HERCEG. Heavy shots being landed by these two 64 kilogram light welterweight boxers in this opening round. Good work to both body and head once again from Ankit NARWAL. Trying to box on the back foot, but being backed up by an effective left hand. It's HERCEG. Just became a little bit disorganized there. He's got his stance back beneath him, trying to retaliate and respond with offense of his own. And now success behind that most basic of punches, the long left hand lead. An effective shot for HERCEG. Ankit NARWAL pushing his man back towards the ropes in as he looked to walk him down and close the distance. Coming back with counter punches to the body, a right then left in bent arm fashion from Ankit NARWAL. Beautiful right hand beating HERCEG to the punch. Oh, what a right uppercut turned underneath from Ankit NARWAL. And the aggression that HERCEG is trying to stamp on this contest being neutralized by some effective punch picking. Nice defensive maneuvers from NARWAL, swaying left and right to cause the shots to sail over his torso and then targeted the body to good effect, making the man miss and then making him pay. Left uppercut was a nice shot from HERCEG. HERCEG really planting his feet into the canvas and trying to load up on these punches. Was off the mark. Ankit Narwal with the right hand success again, and then pecking that right hand straight through the guard, turning the right hand underneath. Success coming in bunches. Then nice ring craft demonstrated by Ankit Narwal to make his man miss. Corkscrew left hand attempted by HERCEG, but it was off the mark. Terrific opening round of boxing in this 64 kilogram light welterweight contest. And a clean sweep across the board in favor of Ankit Narwal. Very competitive round indeed. But the man's cleaner punch picking, the man from India's cleaner punch picking, giving him the edge over HERCEG. So some of the action from that opening round.
Seconds out, please.
Well, both boxers up off their stool early to begin this second round, keen to get back into the mix after a competitive opening 3 minutes was swept in unanimous fashion by the boxer in red, Ankit Narwal, former Continental Junior bronze medalist at 57 kilograms a few years ago. That was back in 2017. Just prior to coming here, beautiful left-right combination from Ankit Narwal. And you can see the intensity of this contest, apparent for all to see. But these two men shared a boxing ring in a multi-nations tournament prior to arriving here in Kielce. It was Ankit Narwal who prevailed on that occasion. That multi-nations tournament taking place in the Czech Republic. So both men will have learned plenty about each other during that previous encounter where they shared the boxing ring. Trying a right hand over the top, but it was long from Ankit Narwal, but he did have more success with the left hand. Double right hand success from Ankit Narwal. The second right hand in that cluster noticeably cleaner. Nice movement from the waist from HERCEG, making the shots sail over his head. But he couldn't come back with a counter to complete the equation of making him miss, then making him pay. So minute to go and change in this second round. Narwal looking for that right hand once again. Looping right hand landed by HERCEG. Beautiful lead left hand snaked out by Narwal, and look at that for a double left hand. Hook around the corner, corkscrew uppercut underneath. Both shots were effective. Plenty of skill and evidence from both of these boxers, but it's Narwal who again is having the final word with single eye-catching shots like that. Oh, beautiful work once again. Narwal waiting and then catching the man with a 1-2 after making the lead offense from HERCEG fall short. Terrific work from the Indian boxer in red. Same result once again. Counter right hand is right on the money. HERCEG coming forward behind the jab, but he's just been made to fall short because the layback is being employed terrifically by the man in red. Right hand landed over the top of a single shot from HERCEG, but the right hand in response came from Ankit Narwal. It was another very good round from the man in red, and there's confirmation that he has taken this one across the board as well. 2 rounds in the book, and both of them scored unanimously in favor of Ankit Narwal from India. Exchange of straight shots during that coming together, but increasingly and more often in that round, it was Ankit Narwal who was having the final word, often the only word, after making HERCEG miss and then coming back to land with a single eye-catching shot.
और लीडिंग हैंड में छोड़ा बिल्कुल इजी मत छोड़ा ठीक है आउट होने बिल्कुल बहुत अच्छे
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round then, the opening 2 rounds have been swept unanimously by Ankit Narwal of India. Corkscrew left hand was a nice shot, snaked it upwards, and then came back with a right hand in that exchange. Did Narwal, and again, it's him who's having the better of the exchanges. Looking to target the body was Narwal, but it was off the mark, and the straight shots pushed out by HERCEG were blocked, so he dropped down intelligently to the body to score to the torso of the man in red. Again, nice defense turned into offense from Narwal, scoring to body and head. So the single phase attacks that HERCEG is launching are being nullified by either being made to miss or blocked and parried with gloves and arms. But he's not coming again. And as he continues to do this, well, that's why he's coming out second best in the exchanges. So can he come with perhaps a double phase attack to trigger again after his first one is repelled and nullified? Beautiful snaking left hand once again, whipped upwards by Narwal, loose-limbed individual, and he's showing terrific dexterity and punch-picking ability here. Terrific right hand to the body, right under the rib cage. When I say under the rib cage, it more landed on the rib cage, on the left pec of HERCEG as he tries to turn a left uppercut underneath. Nice head movement by leaning to the right from Narwal. And again, just cool in the pocket while he lands another big backhand. HERCEG being backed up, loading up was Narwal, but he was off the mark. Good work to the body, which was preceded by a straight shot combination success from HERCEG. So less than a minute to go. Whipping right hand wasn't too far away from Narwal. HERCEG tried the same shot and just grazed the headgear of the man in red. Both men feeling the pace now. Narwal breathing through an open mouth. Oh, that's a beauty of a right uppercut, turning it underneath and catching the advancing boxer in blue. Nice pot shotting once again. Narwal with single shot successes in repeated fashion here in this final 3 minutes. Swing and a miss with the left hook from HERCEG. His momentum carrying him between the strands, losing his balance. He's righted himself. Closing seconds of this third and final round of what has been a cracking light welterweight contest. This effectively in the round of 64, because we've got more than 32 boxers at 64 kilograms. 34. Oh, beautiful shot from Narwal once again. So that concludes it, and one suspects it is going to be Ankit Narwal who will go through to the round of 32, because these are the two boxers whose names were drawn by the computer at the official draw to contest the only preliminary round bout in the round of 64 in a weight class where we've got 34 athletes. All of the other boxers have had a bye through to what is the second preliminary round, the round of 32, but in so many weight divisions here, that is the first preliminary round. Welterweight, the busiest weight division, with 36 athletes in that one for men. So we boxers at center ring, here's the verdict.
The winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, NARWAL Ankit, India.
So Ankit Narwal through to the second preliminary round, the round of 32, with a unanimous points decision verdict, 10-9 for 4 of the 5 judges in each of the 3 rounds. The Argentinian observer scoring the final round 10-8 in favor of Narwal. A very good contest, highly competitive, but it's Narwal who goes through. Miroslav HERCEG of Slovakia eliminated after an entertaining light welterweight contest. Well, next up, we are going to see the emergence of the 91 kilogram heavyweight boxers. 4 bouts at 91 kilograms will round out this second session of boxing here on day 2 in Ring A.
Bout number 30 in ring A. 91 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Morocco, ABOUHAMDA Mohamed.
So our first 91 kilogram heavyweight bout
blue corner
features boxers from Morocco and Germany.
Doppler Thorsten.
There is Mohamed ABOUHAMDA. His opponent from Germany is Mihail Dobler.
Judge 2, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Judge 3, Scotland. Judge 4, Croatia. Judge 5, India. Referee, Ankit Tafan Vadival, Singapore.
So Mohamed ABOUHAMDA, 18 years of age. As we see judges from Kyrgyzstan, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Scotland, Croatia, and India seated ringside to score this one. And there is Mihail Dobler, 17 years of age, part of a 13-strong German contingent, 5 women and 8 men. So the referee from Singapore just checking the equipment of ABOUHAMDA in the red corner. Everything in place as it should be regarding the kit of Dobler.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. The first heavyweight bout of Kielce 2021 here in Ring A features athletes from Morocco and Germany. The boxer wearing red is Mohamed ABOUHAMDA. His opponent wearing blue is Mihail Dobler of Germany. So immediately, oh, that's a beautiful right hand from the boxer who has been circumnavigating the ring, skitting around the perimeter, but he exploded into action there, edging forward with the feet, left-right combination, and the right hand came crashing home from ABOUHAMDA. So Dobler takes another right hand and then a left hand, and it's ABOUHAMDA who has found his range more immediately to begin this heavyweight contest as he lands another right hand on what is proving to be an unguarded chin of Dobler. And again, don't need me to tell you that once you get up to this type of weight category, even though these young men are still teenagers, that there is far more force behind the punches. If you keep taking right hands on an open chin like that, well, at 91 kilograms and 91 kilograms plus, you may well not see it to the final bell of a contest. Dobler's defenses have been porous in this opening half of the first round, and right on cue, there's a right hand success once again, landed by ABOUHAMDA. Beautiful right hand from ABOUHAMDA on that occasion. The knees of Dobler dipped. ABOUHAMDA then wrapped him up, claiming him around the neck. But Dobler surely can't take too many more of these right hands without a standing count coming in his direction. Same right hand once again. He's got to find a way to evade that backhand, which is proving to be a profitable punch for the man from Morocco. A step to the right, a lean to the right, hands up, hands tight, something. But he's got to make some type of adjustment, has Dobler, because with no disrespect intended, ABOUHAMDA really can't miss him with that straight right hand. So Dobler, well, he's been dominated in many respects for the first 2.5 minutes of this opening round. Got to do something to try and get himself in the mix, because this round, well, short of landing a spectacular shot, there he gets through with a shot underneath, which inconveniences ABOUHAMDA. But the right hand once again being launched from the shoulder and just continuing to extend as though it's on the end of a retractable arm. Terrific accuracy with that right hand has served Mohamed ABOUHAMDA very well indeed during the course of the opening 3 minutes. And surely Mihail Dobler and his team have got to make an adjustment. 10-9 across the board in favor of the man in red. Well, some of the action from the first 3 minutes, and again, you could practically stop the hard disk at any point in the opening 3 minutes, and within a few seconds, you're going to see that shot crashing home. That's how many times it landed. Right hand after right hand going over the top of the left and really disrupting the flow that Dobler is attempting to establish here. So the instructions will be clear. Evade that right hand.
Seconds out, please.
Will the German boxer be able to implement them?
Round 2.
So into the second round then. Dobler has enjoyed plenty of national championship success at the junior ranks in his homeland. There he comes back with a right hand of his own. So there's going to be an increased sense of urgency about his work because, again, with the live scoring that's available immediately, he and his team will be aware that they conceded that round for all 5 of the scoring judges. And neither man heeding the command of break, hence the intervention of the referee. Admonishment issued in both directions there. Both guilty parties. Nice use of the left hand from ABOUHAMDA around the corner and then underneath. Flailing shots exchanged during that coming together. And again, let's see what ABOUHAMDA can do if Dobler is able to put him under pressure, because during the first round, he did things on his own terms and at his own pace. But if Dobler can get himself into the contest behind a jab, let's see how ABOUHAMDA responds when he's got something coming back at him and not just providing one-way traffic as he did practically for the entire 3 minutes of round number 1. So at the midpoint of the second round, ABOUHAMDA not nearly as much success with the right hand, and so you have to credit the adjustment made by Dobler and his team, which Dobler has then had to carry out here in round number 2, but Dobler hasn't had much more success offensively of his own. There's the right hand back in action once again, though, for ABOUHAMDA. From his perspective, he's looking to resume the service that he established in the first round. Left-right combination is an effective salvo from the man in red. Spoken to about turning his back on his opponent. Illegal, of course. Good left jab landed by Dobler, but it was an exchange where ABOUHAMDA perhaps got the better of it. So ABOUHAMDA looking to find a range with the jab. More intent behind the left hand, which followed. Either man working away on the inside as they walk each other across the boxing ring. Left hand landed with the bent arm from ABOUHAMDA. Looking for the right hand once again. Dobler moving backwards and in a straight line. Manages to dance away to his left to get himself out of the neutral corner on the far side of the ring from our commentary position. Left hand is a nice shot on the inside. Half hook, half uppercut landed from ABOUHAMDA. Left hand was a glancing blow landed by the man in blue. Turning his back. Now that's very, he's spoken to about that repeatedly now in this second round, because that buys him some time. Because if Dobler lands a shot with ABOUHAMDA in that posture, he'll be guilty of a rabbit punch. So Dobler getting himself on the board, taking the second round for Judge D from Croatia. ABOUHAMDA not as dominant as he was in the opening 3 minutes, but in the second half of round number 2, he was spoken to on a few occasions about turning his back on his opponent, going walkabout. And that's a time-buying tactic. Does it suggest that he's feeling the pace? With 6 minutes in the book in this opening heavyweight bout here in Ring A at Kielce 2021.
ضربه ضربه ديال فوق يديه ضربه فوق يديه
Seconds out, please.
ضربه بروتيست ضربه فوق يديه ما نقص بزاف ما نجريش بزاف يلا بقى لك روند واحد.
Round 3.
So into the third and final round then. Mohamed ABOUHAMDA was sensational in the first 3 minutes. Dobler edging his way back into it as he lands a right hand, edging his way back into it in the second, but he still conceded the round 4-1 as opposed to a 5-0 clean sweep. But ABOUHAMDA, well, he kept going walkabout, literally, in the second round, spinning on his toes and turning his back on his opponent. Won't want to do that too many more times because it could result in a warning as Dobler has a left-right success, perhaps his biggest success of the contest so far. Can he sustain that now? ABOUHAMDA comes back with a left-right of his own. Dobler with a straight left hand during that exchange. ABOUHAMDA swinging and missing. Both men leaning on the inside. Well, hitting on the break was Dobler. Rather untidy on the inside. Dobler nudging away to the ribcage of the man in red, but no boxer really looking to create some room for his hands and let the shots go. ABOUHAMDA with a nice left hook, bobbing and weaving from Dobler, but he can't find a range on his attempted reply. Then he comes through with a left jab. Boxers falling into one another once again. He's getting rough and untidy and physical on the inside. Well, again, hitting on the break, and how many times is the ref going to speak to the boxers about that infringement? This way, on this occasion, it was one guilty party, and that was most definitely Mohamed ABOUHAMDA. So who can produce some, there's a good right hand from Dobler. I was about to say who can produce some sustained quality. Left jab in response, right hand around the corner from Dobler. So the movement slowing down now. These are big 91-kilogram heavyweights. They're feeling the pace. Plenty of encouragement coming from the corner of the Moroccan boxer as he gets through with a right hand. Dobler responds with the same shot. Punctuated action. Interrupted by leaning on here. Burst of punching followed by grappling as we are deep into the third and final round. Both men letting their hands go, but the punches are coming out in pendulous fashion in, not getting back to the on-guard position. They're rather looping before getting back, and that can present an opportunity for a counter. But I'm not sure any of these men possess the sharpness to crack in the counter and take advantage of the looping shots being pushed out towards the end of the third and final round. Well, it was a hard-fought contest between these two 91-kilogram heavyweights to open the tournament for that weight division here in Kielce 2021. But one suspects, given the insurance that he had built up, leading 20-18 for 4 of the 5 judges, it is going to be ABOUHAMDA who will go through to the second preliminary round, the round of 16. Whereas Dobler will be eliminated. Just waiting for official confirmation as we take a look at some of the action from that third round. Both boxers really did lay it all on the line. Here's the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is red corner, ABOUHAMDA Mohamed.
So Mohamed
Morocco.
ABOUHAMDA with a unanimous points decision victory over Mihail Dobler of Germany, and it is the man from Morocco who goes through to the second preliminary round, taking all 3 rounds for judges A and B, and it's 29-28 for the other observers. But Mohamed ABOUHAMDA getting the verdict in unanimous fashion to go through to the round of 16. Mihail Dobler eliminated, playing his part in what was a hard-fought contest.
Bout number 31 in ring A, 91 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Poland, Jakub STRASZEWSKI. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Israel, KIRA Daiya.
So we remain in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division.
Judge 1, Czech Republic. 2, Malaysia. 3, Hungary. 4, Moldavia. 5, Taipei. Referee Kabilan Sai Ashok, India.
So we've got judges from the Czech Republic, Malaysia, Hungary, Moldova, and Chinese Taipei. We'll be scoring this one using the 10-point must system. There is Poland's Jakub STRASZEWSKI. Poland, one of the 4 nations here with a full complement of 20 boxers. One in each and every weight class for both men and women. No fans in attendance here. Remember, during the COVID-19 pandemic, organizers have done a terrific job to stage the tournament. And there we see the man who will compete against the home boxer, Manachar Kareli of Israel.
Łapki, broda ściągnięta wysoko, nogi.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 91 kilogram heavyweight action between boxers from Poland and Israel. The southpaw wearing red is the Polish representative. That is Jakub STRASZEWSKI. STRASZEWSKI, 17 years of age. His opponent, who just landed with a good left hand to the body, is Manachar Kareli. He's also 17 years old, part of a 4-man Israeli boxing team. He's got teammates at 60, 75, and 81 kilograms competing here at the Youth World Championships. Counter left hand not too far away from STRASZEWSKI. STRASZEWSKI coming in. Oh, there's a good left hand as he backs up the man in blue. Same shot once again, and then a beautiful right hand. Coming back with flailing shots to the body is Kareli, but his accuracy, not what he wants it to be. Off target with practically all of those punches. He attempted to walk his way out of the corner. But STRASZEWSKI, reigning national champion in the 91 kilogram heavyweight division. Leaping shot around the corner from Kareli, again off the mark. Looking for that left jab to the body of the man in red. Bobbing and weaving underneath the shots of STRASZEWSKI, but a nice use of the feet from STRASZEWSKI to put Kareli back towards the corner. Reaching with his punches is Kareli. Have to be careful they won't get countered, because just as he was there, because he's not taking his feet with him on the shots, he's reaching and extending, and while that shot's dangling out off target, STRASZEWSKI coming back with a sharp pair of counters and then working effectively to the body. Beautiful work behind the jab, left hand to the body, and then came back with more offense upstairs, did STRASZEWSKI. So Kareli hasn't really found the range with any sustained success. 2.5 minutes gone. STRASZEWSKI's accuracy decreasing on that particular combination attempt. Nice southpaw left landed by the man in red. Kareli did get through with the right hand on that occasion. Double jab left hand. Snaked out by STRASZEWSKI. Oh, that's a big left hand right on the bell, landed by the southpaw representing Poland. It's punctuating the success that he had all round long. And there's confirmation that he has taken it for all of the judges. His backhand serving him very well indeed during the course of the opening round. Well, that's how he started the round, STRASZEWSKI, finding a home for that southpaw left cross. Kareli just not able to have any consistent success with his own attempted offense.
Second out, please.
Uważaj na początku, nie da się zaskoczyć.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. Both of these men have earned national championship gold medal successes during the course of their careers. And remember, still in the youth championships, that's a beautiful lead left hook landed by Kareli, his best shot of the entire contest, and it just inconvenienced STRASZEWSKI. Blinked a little bit, just had to hold on, let his senses recover, but now look at him work away to the body. Kareli looking to target the torso as well, and he does so to good effect. Kareli having far more success in this second round than he did throughout round number 1. He's walked into a stiff right jab, though, that just stops his forward advance, and he has to set his feet and try and work his way inside once again. But as we suggested before the start of this opening heavyweight contest, before the start of the heavyweight tournament here this afternoon, at this type of weight division, things can turn around pretty quickly, and a left hook from Kareli has brought him into this contest far more than he was throughout the opening 3 minutes. But STRASZEWSKI looking to find arcing punches of his own. There's a beautiful southpaw left, and then good work to the body from both hands by STRASZEWSKI. Kareli content to lean on, as is the boxer in red. But he creates some space, and STRASZEWSKI getting busy with his hands downstairs. Kareli not really able to sustain the front foot pressure as he does score with a double left jab there. But the busier man is STRASZEWSKI. Cuffing right hand landed by the boxer in red as he was skipping off to his right. Right jab again. It's a scoring shot from the southpaw in red. But again, look at where that jab is coming back to from Kareli. Digs in a hard right hand to the body, but the jab's coming back via the belt line. That could just leave him open to a counter from the lead right hand of the man in red. He comes forward with a southpaw right-left. Didn't really find the range on the opening shot of that combination. Big swing and a miss with the right cross left hook combination from Kareli. Turns a right uppercut through on the inside. Missed his footing there as they were stepping off a curb, and he's been backed up by that shot from STRASZEWSKI. Kareli appears to be feeling the pace in the closing stages of this second round. Good work to both head and body. Left hook, right hand to the body from the man in blue. And he really is taking in lungfuls of oxygen as he makes his way back to his own blue corner. Second round in the book. More success for Kareli during the course of that 3 minutes, but not enough to overturn the work rate of STRASZEWSKI. 10-9 for all 5 judges for the second consecutive round. And he's leading 2018 for all of the observers. But that was the left hook, and look at the response. It caused STRASZEWSKI's knees to dip momentarily. But credit to him. Went off towards the ropes, held on, and then did that started his offense once again and worked away to the body. So the art of boxing is to hit without reply,
Please.
hit without getting hit. Very difficult to do on the international stage, of course. So you have to be able to take it, regroup when you do catch those punches. So into the third and final round then, good left jab to start the frame, fight by Corelli in blue. But look at again, boxing with an open mouth, but he's willing himself forwards. Oh, that's a good right hand against the southpaw. Straight down the pipe. But STRASZEWSKI on his bike, using that right jab, trying to keep the man in blue at bay. These attacks taking longer to launch now from Corelli here in the third round. Steps back into the breach, goes to the body with a right cross, which wasn't too far wide of the mark. Left jab landed by Corelli, but it's taking him a very long time to unfurl the punches and indeed to get himself into punching range. And given the position that STRASZEWSKI has earned with his boxing ability, the clock is on his side. That's why he can afford to get up on his toes on occasion and skip out of harm's way. Beautiful check right hand once again from the man in red. And again, you can visibly see Corelli resetting as he tries to close the distance and get into punching range for his own offense. But he's falling short with a lot of his shots. There's a good right hand to the body from Corelli. Check left hand once again. With STRASZEWSKI up on his toes. Right hand underneath was evaded by STRASZEWSKI. Oh, that's a beautiful left uppercut, the tightest shot we've seen in this contest for some time. Turned it underneath magnificently and caught Corelli coming forwards. And Corelli, well, he's looking for the home run here, swinging for the fences in a bid to land the shot that he needs to turn this around. Now that one landed, but it was blocked by the glove. But it still landed with plenty of force, and then he got through with two right hands in single shot fashion. But he's being warned for punching incorrectly. There were two right hands separated by about a 3-second interval that he winged around the corner and crashed home onto the ear of STRASZEWSKI. But I think we're in that type of territory now where Corelli needs a shot to wipe his man out and get him out of there inside the distance. He's had success with some free swinging haymaker singles, but he hasn't been able to sustain them to put STRASZEWSKI under significant enough pressure to overturn the deficit that he faces. Nice right jab under fire from STRASZEWSKI. There's the 10-second clapper. Now there's some of the tightest punches we've seen from Corelli for some time. Turning shots underneath and then a hook as well. Not the languid looping variety that he's been drawing back and unfurling. He did give it his all, but one suspects it is going to be the man in red, the home boxer, Jakub STRASZEWSKI, who will go through to the second preliminary round. Very composed display by him. Let's not get it twisted. He was tagged by some heavy shots by Corelli, but there simply weren't enough of them from Corelli's point of view.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Jakub STRASZEWSKI, Poland.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for the home boxer, Jakub STRASZEWSKI, who goes through to the second preliminary round. Very good display of southpaw boxing. Had to take a few shots as well, and you can see those heavy singles landed by Corelli, enough to give him the final round for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. But he had conceded the opening 2 rounds unanimously, and it is STRASZEWSKI, the Polish boxer, who goes through to compete on the 17th of April in the evening session in the second preliminary round of heavyweight action.
Bout number 32 in ring A, 91 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Italy, Tistarelli Luca.
And we remain in the
And his
91
opponent in the
kilogram
blue corner,
heavyweight division.
representing Kazakhstan, Amirov Madi. Judge 1, Croatia. 2, Kyrgyzstan. 3, Singapore. 4, United States. 5, Ukraine. Referee.
Well, there is
Pilarino
Luca Tistarelli,
Argentina.
18 years of age, part of a 15-strong Italian boxing team, 7 men and 8 women. We've got judges from Croatia, Kyrgyzstan, Singapore, the United States of America, and Ukraine seated around the boxing ring to score this one.
Va bene? Andiamo sempre su. La prima regola teniamo su schermo. Non dobbiamo restare nulli, niente. Zero. Muove il tronco. E vuoi bere? No.
Here's his opponent, Madi Amirov from Kazakhstan. Kazakh boxer, 17 years of age. Excuse me, 18 years of age. It was his birthday earlier this month.
Capisci sempre. Sotto e sotto. Mano doppia di quello.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 91 kilogram heavyweight action between boxers from Italy and Kazakhstan. The boxer wearing red is Luca Tistarelli. Tistarelli, the 18-year-old, facing off against a fellow 18-year-old. That is the boxer in blue, who comes in with continental credentials, having claimed Asian bronze in the Junior Boxing Championships back in 2019. Here we are at the youth level. Almost immediately, running repairs required to the head guard of the boxer in red. Repeated right hand success for Amirov. Oh, and then he turns through a half hook, half uppercut with the left hand, which caught Tistarelli on his chin. Tistarelli with a right hand success, catching the advancing boxer in blue. Good use of the feet to close the distance and land that right hand from Amirov. Nice left jab landed by Tistarelli. Right hand turned underneath before a right hand crashes over the top from Amirov. And Tistarelli, well, he's in real trouble here. And that's because he's having repeated difficulties with his head guard. Second time in the round that he's had to go back to the corner to get it adjusted. So the action resumes as we approach the midpoint. Right hand targeted once again by Amirov. Tistarelli being backed up behind a long left hand, being pushed out from Amirov. The referee from Argentina. Talking to Amirov about not heeding instructions. Both boxers looking to establish their lead left jabs. Far more movement coming from the boxer in blue. Circling around, generally to his left, circling around Tistarelli. Could be walking on to the right hand of the boxer in red, but he's edging in and out as well, closing and increasing the distance between he and his opponent. Tistarelli attempting to go to the body there, bringing some variety to his work, and he's done that once again. Because previously, on about the preceding 5 or 6 attempts, it was an attempt to left-right to the head of the man in blue, and the two men were just cancelling one another out. But again, persisting with that combination is Amirov, and he did have success with it. Oh, beautiful right hand, followed by a left from Amirov. It was a 1-2-3 left combination. But that could well be the final admonishment before a warning is issued in the direction of Amirov, not listening to instructions during the course of the opening round. So, 10 is in favor of the man in blue for 4 of the judges, one of them to the tune of 10-8. Tistarelli taking it for one of the observers here ringside.
Second round.
Into the second round then. Tistarelli did demonstrate the ability to go to the body during the first 3 minutes. That's exactly what Amirov did on that occasion, spearing in a straight right cross. Tistarelli just falling short as he's reaching on his shots. And that's because, look at the movement of Amirov, 91 kilogram heavyweight, but he's able to glide around the boxing ring. Oh, and he lands a cracking right hand as he's stepping in and follows it up with a snaking left jab. There's a left jab in response from Tistarelli, but it's a left-right combination from Amirov. First and third boxing from the man in blue, starting and concluding the exchange. Nice movement on the retreat after landing a right hand to the body, and then a right hand upstairs landed by Amirov, who's boxing wonderfully through the opening minute of this second round. Hard right hand. Oh, and he slapped with that right hand, but it landed with plenty of force, and he's really having success with that backhand now, showing plenty of variety with it is Amirov. He's going to the body, he's turning it around the corner, he's driving it through straight. And Tistarelli, well, he's looking for that left-hand lead to set up his own offense, but he's being measured now. Left hook followed after the right hand was telegraphed. Left hook was a successful shot from Amirov. The right hand was off the mark. It was easily evaded. Good shots to the body from Tistarelli. Tistarelli looking for that right hand over the top, but it was blocked before he was able to fully extend. 3-shot combination was short of the mark by Tistarelli. Nice right hand to the body, left hook upstairs, landed by the man in blue, and then hands down by his belt line, now moving left and right, showing another facet to his game. And Amirov really warming into this one, presenting a different look, completely bamboozling the man in red, and that left-right combination just seemed to drain his energy levels. Fairly collapsed into his own man, sagged at the waist, and altogether is a less crisp figure now, and look at the increasing effect that the shots are having. Right hand to the body, continuing to take it out of Tistarelli. And Amirov sensing that he's in complete control and looking to assert his dominance further. Right hand once again causes Tistarelli to sway. Gamely, he bites down on his gum shield and tries to come back with his own offense. But Amirov really warming into this one as we progress through the second round, taking it out of Tistarelli. who went through a torrid 3 minutes, particularly in the final half of that second round. And there's confirmation as to just how dominant it was. 10-8 for 2 of the 5 scoring judges. And remember, in AIBA boxing, that doesn't necessarily mean that you've put your man on the floor. It just means that you are a clear winner. And I don't think there's any doubt that Amirov was a clear winner in that second 3-minute frame, boxing beautifully, changing his look, changing his tempo. But the end result was the same, putting Tistarelli onto the end of punches. He's in a commanding position on the scorecards as we prepare for the third and final round.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So Amirov with his familiar war cry. As we begin the third and final round, Tistarelli appearing more energetic after that minute's intermission. Interestingly, he elects to remain standing up, just as the 1968 Olympic heavyweight champion George Foreman did on his return to boxing after that 10-year hiatus. After he lost to Jimmy Young in San Juan, Puerto Rico, stepped away from the boxing ring. When he returned as an altogether more rotund, shaven-headed figure, he wouldn't sit down in between rounds. And of course, he completed that remarkable return to the ring by claiming the heavyweight championship of the world for the second time in his 40s. Like so many all-time great boxers, the world first getting a glimpse of them in the unpaid code of AIBA-style boxing. George Foreman's coming out party in Mexico City Olympic Games in 1968. So who knows which of these will go on to achieve similar legendary status during the course of their boxing careers. All of these athletes, the men and women here, still teenagers. So much promise to be fulfilled. Make no mistake, they're competitive individuals as well, and they want nothing more than to earn a podium place on the global stage here in Kielce 2021. Tistarelli just trying to do something to get himself back into this contest, backed up during the course of that exchange, a right hand sending him tottering backwards. He's really feeling the pace here, breathing through an open mouth, but his determination palpable from here ringside. Edging his way forwards now, but he put on the end of another right hand. Sustained an injured nose now has Tistarelli. Amirov still up on his toes. Oh, beautiful left-right combination once again. Turns an uppercut underneath, does the man in blue. Hitting on the break from Amirov. A nice move defensively from Amirov, dipping beneath the attempted shot of Tistarelli, whose gas tank is draining rapidly here. But his competitive spirit keeping him upright, keeping him punching in his bid to overturn the deficit that he faces. Closing seconds of the third and final round, short of something calamitous befalling Amirov. Well, it looks as though it's going to be he who will go through as a unanimous points decision victor through to the second preliminary round of the heavyweight division. What a terrific performance by Madi Amirov. The boxer from Kazakhstan came in with those continental credentials under his belt. And my goodness, didn't he demonstrate why he stood on the podium at the continental level of competition in the Asian Championships. Very good display indeed in the second round in particular. And with that insurance in the bag, he just continued to control the distance, control the tempo. Credit must be given to Luca Tistarelli, but he met a man who knows just too much for him at this respective stage of their careers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Amirov Madi, Kazakhstan.
So Madi Amirov, the Kazakh boxer with a beautiful display of boxing, showed so many sides to his game during the course of that three-minute round bout. He goes through to the next round, and we'll see him on the 17th of April, where he'll face off against the man from Jordan who has had a bye through to the round of 16. That's how he did it. Dominant display from the Kazakh boxer, Luka Tistarelli, unable to advance, and the Azuri representative, well, it's been a valuable experience for him, but his tournament come to an end at the first preliminary round.
Bout number 33. In ring A, 91 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Bulgaria, Stoev Georgi. And his opponent in the blue corner.
So we remain in the heavyweight division for our final bout of the afternoon session here in Ring A. And it is between men from Bulgaria and India. The Bulgarian boxer will be in the red corner. Vishal Gupta of India will take up residence in the blue corner.
3, Taipei. 4, Czech Republic. 5, Scotland. Referee, Reese Shan, United States.
So this final bout of the afternoon session will be judged by officials from Kazakhstan, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Chinese Taipei, Czech Republic, and Scotland. Sean Reese of the United States of America is the third man in the ring to officiate this one.
Round 1.
So two 17-year-olds contesting our final bout of the second session of boxing here in Ring A. The boxer wearing red will be 18 towards the end of the month, and that is Georgi Stoev, part of a 7-strong Bulgarian boxing team, but the man who is picking his punches beautifully to begin this opening round is Vishal Gupta. Good left hand landed underneath by Stoev. Both of these men finding their range almost immediately through the first 30 seconds of this contest. Beautiful right-left combination, the reverse 1-2 landed by Gupta. Minute gone in the opening round. Gupta trying to go downstairs to the body, put in a rather forceful headlock by the boxer in red. Gupta continuing to look for that backhand to catch the more compact Stoev as he's looking to steam in. Stoev putting plenty behind that right hand, looping it over the top, digging his feet into the canvas. Good left hand to the body. Arcing hooks are all long. The forearms are landing on the gloves of Gupta, with Stoev just not finding the range for those scything hooks around the outside. Right hand went straight down the pipe from Gupta. Now he's up on his toes and looking to use his greater reach, but that is a good left hook landed to the body. You can see that's a real good shot for Stoev. He throws it naturally and then brings the hook upstairs. Terrific work from the left hand by Stoev. 2 minutes gone in the opening round. Oh, right hand is a terrific shot from the Bulgarian boxer. Contrasting styles in evidence here in this final heavyweight bout of the session. So Gupta looking to establish his straight punches. Nice 1-2 combination there to pot shot his way to a point-scoring salvo. But Stoev, every inch a hooker. You see him looking for the same shot once again, looking to rumble his way in and fire away, particularly with the left hook to both head and body. There's the same shot once more. Left hook to the body, right hand to the head. Burst of punches to the midsection from the man in blue. Right hand attempted was long. Terrific opening round. 91 kilogram heavyweights fighting at a fantastic clip. And it's a 4-1 split in favor of Gupta. Judge E preferring the happy hooker, Stoev from Bulgaria, as he set about his man, looking to land at mid and short range. But Gupta, make no mistake, picked his punches effectively, often on the back foot. But there's evidence of the preferred shot selection of the man in red. Left hook to the body, right hook to the head.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Into the second round then. What was a cracking opening 3 minutes. Gupta looking to establish his left jab, and again you see when he can keep it at range and keep the man in red on the end of straight punches, he turns this into a different contest. But that does not deter or discourage the man in red, because this is how the first round started, and as the opening 3 minutes elapsed, he got closer and closer and closer and had success landing shots, invariably that hook at mid and short range. So that's what he's trying to do again here. But Gupta looking to keep it at this territory, but a right hand lands over the top from Stoev. But when it's at this type of distance, and he can long bridge him with the straight left hand, well, Gupta puts himself in control tactically. Gupta up on his toes, takes a good left hand to the body from Stoev. Scoring punches came through the middle from Gupta, left-right combination. The following same salvo had more pop on it. Used that cluster twice in quick succession, did Gupta, left-right. There it is once again. And that's reducing Stoev to swinging and missing. Right hand lead this time from Gupta, showing his variety. It wasn't preceded by the lead left hand. And then there was another right hand from Gupta, catching Stoev on his way in. Midway through the second round, Gupta has boxed very well through the first half of round number 2. Left hand to the body landed by Stoev, and it was about this type of juncture in round number 1 where he began to have success. Swinging and missing though, really loading up on these punches, rocking and rolling his way in, not really looking to set his man up with the jab, and then he's walked into 2 straight punches from Gupta. Left hand underneath from the man in blue. Well, it looked as though Gupta was trying to employ a veteran move there as he scores with a beautiful right hand, trying to hold on the blind side of the referee, but Sean Rees was hip to it. Just called time and said, look, you're holding. I saw you holding, don't do it again. Again, still looking to uncoil that left hook to lead off his offense. Is Stoev hasn't had as much success with it here in this second round as he found in the second half or final 2/3 of round number 1, and that is because Gupta has presented this posture. There he does take a right hand, Gupta, but look at that. made Stoev miss and then made him pay with a right hand, but that left hook was on target from the compact, muscular figure in red. But Gupta has controlled this very well with his long-range boxing. At least that's how I see it from my commentary box ringside here at the Legionov Halle in Kielce. And there's confirmation, a 10-9 clean sweep. All 5 scoring judges favoring the work of Gupta, who boxed very well indeed. So it's all square for Judge E, 19 points apiece on the card of the official from Scotland. But for the other 4 judges, it is a 2-point lead in favor of Vishal Gupta of India, who boxed very well during the course of round number 2 to neutralize and render the aggression of Stoev ineffective with his punch picking and movement up on his toes.
Second out, please. Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round. And here's the type of offense Stoev is going to require consistently, because he's trailing by 2 points for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, and he needs to land a heavy left hook, which he's shown that he throws with ferocity to get Gupta out of there, because Gupta, when it's at this type of distance, he is very much the boss. But in the first round, it was Stoev who just managed to get closer and closer and turn the opening 3 minutes into his type of contest in the final minute or so. Still didn't prevent him from losing the round on a 4-1 split, but it was evidence as to how he can get himself into the contest. But Gupta made the adjustment in round number 2 and really didn't present that opportunity by keeping it at long range, just as he's attempting to do now. From Stoev's point of view, he doesn't want to become too predictable and work away with the hook exclusively. There he lands a good shot, the man in red, catching Gupta as he was looking to come in. Good right hand to the body landed by Gupta. Well, the hook's going long now. The final right hand was a good shot from Stoev, but look at that contrasting manner in which the punches are being delivered, because there was a cluster straight down the pipe from Gupta, in contrast to the punches coming around from Stoev. And that's an opportunity that a hooker will present if the hook's not tight and it starts to become looping as fatigue becomes an increasing factor. It just presents an alleyway for straight shooters to fire straight down the middle of, and that is what Gupta's doing here in the 3rd. See it in evidence once again there, the straight right hand beating the roundhouse hook to the mark that Stoev is attempting to unload. And Stoev, I say to the mark, it's not finding the mark. His accuracy decreasing here as we go through the 3rd round, closing second of the 3rd round. Stoev needs a stoppage. But Gupta cutting a composed figure up there in the boxing ring. Doesn't look as though he's going to suffer from a lapse in concentration. That will present Stoev with the opportunity that he needs. And there's another beautiful right hand. The left hand followed it. And Stoev has been put on the end of some terrific punch picking here, particularly in rounds 2 and 3 from Gupta. Well, he did land a left hook there, but not, well, it was just after he landed a right hand of his own, Gupta, and then he ended the contest with a right hand. Stoev punched right up until the final bell, but it's not going to be enough to overturn the skills exhibited by Vishal Gupta, leading by 20 points to 18 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. It was all square for Judge E. But given the manner in which the 3rd and final round transpired, one suspects it will be Vishal Gupta who goes through to the round of 16 in the 91 kilogram heavyweight tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Gupta Vishal, India.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for India's Vishal Gupta. Very good display indeed, neutralizing the hustle and bustle that Stoev from Bulgaria was looking to unload. And it is Gupta who goes through to the round of 16. Stoev deserves considerable credit for playing his part in what was a competitive contest, but it's Gupta who progresses. And that's how he did it. Clean sweep in the second round, in the third round, just as it was in the second. It was a 4-1 split in favor of Gupta in round number 1. Well, that concludes the action from Ring A here in the second session of boxing at the Legionov Hala here in Kielce. You can see there's still a decision to come in Ring B. Because again, it's 6 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. Central European time for the third session of boxing from Ring A. Thanks for staying with us, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.